No joke, Recruited Guard might be the actual tankiest character in the game. It is unbelievable how tanky this guy is. Now, am I exaggerating when I say that? I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a legend that's more tanky, like Alexi with being unable to die, right? But in terms of like being able to just absorb damage, I mean, this guy is like unparalleled. He's actually crazy. I think I've done a video on him in the past. But now I've got like the game has moved on, right? There's been power creep in the sense of new characters that are more powerful. People aren't really using coal and stuff, or we're like S tier at the start of the game. But let's kind of go over why he's so tanky, what kind of gear you should use on him, what his job is, and then I want to give you a demonstration from a fight that was just it's in the UD, the universal da 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 da. I don't remember that second word, but let's take a look. So really, it doesn't come down to his trait, but it all works together so well. His trait is very good. He gains block. Okay, whatever. When attacked from the front, you take 15% decreased damage, and the block chance is 100%. So this is the reason this is good is that it's a 100% block chance, right? And again, block is very powerful. So when attacked from the front, you get the block, right? The block decreases damage by 20%. But this also, when he gets attacked from the front, he gets the 20% and he gets the 15% damage taken decrease, which is that's a very good trait. That's only when they attack him from the front, though. So they attack him from the side, he has the normal 50%. But let's move on. His reaction, when hit by an active attack from the front, the damage taken is decreased by 30%. So this is the 30, the 20, the 15. It keeps going. Then, so this is big damage reduction, big damage reduction, damage reduction. Then when you get to his defensive stance here, it's an instant ability, grants him physical shield equal to 25% of his HP. So he gets a ton of physical shield. I mean, my guy currently has 6,000 HP, which there are characters with more, but he takes very little damage. So you get 25% HP at an instant speed, and you get block enhancement, which physical attack from the front or the side, 100% chance to block. That already does that, but the decreases damage taken by an additional 10% when block is triggered. Damage reduction, two forms of damage reduction between block and this. Increased damage reduction, increased damage reduction, and I think this actually they both have block enhancement, so they don't really work together that well. But the reason, so this is just a bunch of damage reduction, but it's all if they hit him in the face. You know, they got to hit you in the face, which is pretty easy. Enemies like doing that already. However, if you have him not in the front line and you use something like Global Guard, where you take physical attacks for all of their allies within 2 tiles, when you jump in front of someone with Global Guard, this counts as them hitting your face, right? You jump in front and you block. So he has some of the most insane tankiness that is in the entire game. I feel like they accidentally made this guy too tanky, honestly. He's tanking insane stuff. I'll show you. Also, he does have knockout blow. If you have enough energy where you have some energy regeneration on your team, or you're taking a turn off from tanking, you don't need to tank. He also has the ability to just stun a target. Now, a lot of things will be immune to bound, but not everything. And so if you could just every couple turns take something out for a turn, that is a pretty nice thing to have in terms of versatility on a pure tank character. The shield is pretty bad. As for his other skills here, like, right, extra defense when attacked from the side, that's kind of like whatever. You don't want the counter attack because you want this. You don't want the sharpened blade because it sucks. The crippling blow is okay, but it has no energy, actually. I think I would take this. Global Guard is necessary, but if you were to spend a Castalia on this character, it would be on crippling blow. This ability would just make him better because the speed down 2 is good, in addition to the damage. So what kind of gear are you using? So there's a great spear that I would like to use. I think it's when you get attacked in the face, you get 40% more defense. But this is just amazing on him. The Guardian's Will is perfect on him. Increases your HP by 10%, which is good because he gives himself shield based on his HP, so more HP is good. And increases defense by 40% while you have a shield, and you get 10% decreased damage taken. It's more. I have the Resonance on here to give him more physical damage reduction. There is a point where I'm sure the return on these percentages is low enough where I would prefer just some more flat physical defense or something. But I'm just going all in because he's tanky. Obviously, it doesn't reach 100% reduction, but it is high. When healthy, decrease damage by 10%, and I just have something whatever. Like, this is not a good piece of gear, right? You could min-max this way more. You could probably use Shield of Justice, but mine's kind of set up for it to be on Simona, and I don't want to, like, come on. Like, he is a common unit, after all. I don't think he really needs that much dedication. But this gold piece of armor here has been fantastic. When attacked from the front, gains 20% bonus physical defense. You could easily use this one. In fact, it might even be better. And when I say might be, I mean it's definitely better. You also can't get any defense downs. But this one gets rid of his magical damage. This is probably better right now. And then you could use the Hermit. The Hermit, just more damage reduction. You could use the Temptation of the Devil to get more, what is it? You could basically have more just flat defense. Sorry, I kind of brain farted there. You can make it so he heals himself if they ever get through his shield, right? I mean, there's a lot you could do. I just take more damage reduction. The one that actually is probably worth it is the one that gives him extra energy regeneration, the World. The World. I want to give you the World. Getting one extra energy regeneration every now and then will help him be able to keep all these skills up a bit. But this guy is jacked, all right? Let's actually show you him in combat. So I do lose this fight, all right? And this is not, this is a derivation, which is a real word, 35. This is all about, we're trying to, like, yeah, we do okay on this, but I'm just trying to show you that I brought this guy as my main tank. Even over Coco, he's better than Coco in damage mitigation. Obviously, Coco is way better for so many other reasons, like giving people, energy reduction on their skills, reducing their cooldowns, having great healing, and just insane versatility, right? I'm not saying he's better than Coco, but when it comes to pure damage mitigation, where Coco's dying and not doing their job, then let's take a look. Can I take a look at what gear I brought on him in this? I can't see. He's got 1700 defense here, though. He's got the leader's aura, so he does have the drift. That's why I brought Abyss. I brought Abyss because he has the he's a drifter. Yeah, almost not quite 7,000, 6,500 HP. So let's see if we can get to a point where he actually starts getting attacked. By the way, these guys one-shot my suppression. These guys were what's their attacks? 5,400 and 290,000 HP, 264,000 HP with 5,000. So these guys are jacked. Now, neither of them are breakers, which is why this would work. I think if they were breakers, he would still have a hard time because that's just typing disadvantage, right? I think it's 2x damage, but it feels like they mitigate some of the defense also. Actually, the reason I lost this, I think, is because I couldn't get them to aggro fast enough, and I ended up dancing around this stupid-ass tower. Okay, here we go. We're finally in position. He's going to start attacking. After this, I think we slowed him down. What do you got? They're already pretty slow. Check this out. Look at that. It barely got through his shield. Yes, he took some damage there, but these guys hit so hard. These guys hit ridiculously hard. Now watch this. Watch when it comes up again. All right, I want you to remember that I was using different tanks that were getting absolutely obliterated here, by the way. They were getting one shot. Nothing. 340, 600 damage, that's nothing. Who's next? Who's next? You even hit him on the side? Oh, never mind. He turned around, he blocked it. Let's go. Nothing happened. I'm telling you, I want you to get into this fight, bring your tank, and see how freaking good this guy is. I want you to compare your tank compared to this guy. Who are you bringing, huh? Teleporting behind someone? Doesn't matter. You think he cares, bro? He's not even taking damage. I actually do think he dies at some point, though. I don't remember if he dies or if it's a timing out thing. Let's see what you're made of, huh? Candlelight, keep it going. Give him that 4 energy, keep him boosting. This was a real attempt, too. This wasn't a showcase. This is just him being great. This is just him being so badass. Let's see if this kills him. Not even close. He's just tanking these hits like no problem. All right, we can keep watching, but you get the idea. Eventually we lose. I think we run out of time. But this guy absolutely fucks. I know he's a common unit. I know he's bronze or whatever. But if you're not using recruited guard as a tank, if you haven't, I'm not saying you should, if you're like a new player, you should spend all your resources on him. That's ridiculous. But if you have a relatively built account and you have extra resources, raise this guy to like level 50, 55, get him up to rank 10, and he could tank as good or better than anybody in the game. Now, he doesn't have a lot of flexibility. That's what he does. He is a guard, and he guards, but he guards fucking well, bro. I don't even think they knew how good this guy would be at blocking stuff when they made him. I think they're like, yeah, his stats will be low because he's a common unit. No one will look at him. This guy, I actually think, is like good. If he was like a legendary unit, he would have like 10 more effects, right? They would actually probably make him squishier, but be able to do a ton of damage, and also have 6 more skills in his passive and stuff. Like, look how big this text box is. In fact, there might even be one that's let's take a look at some of the launch characters text box, right? When attacking an injured enemy, increase physical attack by 30%. Okay, there's one character. Now let's go take a look at, I don't know, someone like Tristan. Let's take a look at hers. There's 2 different screens of paragraphs, and inside that there's more paragraphs. This doesn't even tell me about unlimited resolve. What's unlimited resolve? That's a different one. What's shield? That's a different one. So point is, sometimes simple is good, and you know what? He does his job simply good. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for Platypus. I'll see you on the flip flops. Bye.